everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I've got a fantastic recipe for you. Today I want to show you how to make Giouvarlakia. Giouvarlakia are those traditional Greek meatballs with rice in them in that lemon and egg sauce, the Avgolemono as we say. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make those, and I've actually had a lot of requests for those, so I'm very happy to show you how to do those today. This recipe is very easy. It's actually a one-pot meal. If you exclude the mixing that we're going to do for our meatballs, everything gets done in one saucepan, which is super convenient and easy for cleanup as well. So to start us off, all we're going to really need is our mixing bowl here. I've got 1 pound of lean ground beef that we're going to use as the base for our meatballs. In this, I'm going to use 1 cup of rice. You can use the rice of your choice. I happen to love basmati rice. I know, what can I tell you? I love basmati rice. If you want to really take it to like grassroots traditional, you can use like a regular long grain rice, or even a medium grain rice will work just fine for this as well. So we have our meat and our rice in here now. The next part of this is we're going to finely chop up an onion. You can do this as finely as you like. You can go basically as small as you can without losing like a nail or something, or a fingertip. If you're not that good at chopping, you could also use a grater to grate the onion, which is totally fine as well. All right, so our onion now is chopped. I'm just going to add the chopped onion to our meat and rice mixture and then take it from there. The next step of this is also very easy. I'm just going to take a small bunch of parsley, a bunch, and when I mean a bunch, I mean literally. It's just a bunch. There's no real measurement. You can use maybe 2, 3, 4 finely chopped tablespoons. That's totally fine as well, and that will work. The next part of this is a little salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, and now probably the most trickiest part of this recipe is separating the eggs. For this, you're going to need 2 eggs separated. You're going to put the egg whites in your meat mixture, and the egg yolks you're going to save after for our Avgolemono sauce with a lemon. So here goes. Ta-da! There's one. There's that. There one. And let's go for number 2. Oh, broke it, but at least it's not in there. Fantastic. So that's out of the way. So next step to this is just mixing this up with our hands. You don't want to make this too over mixed, or you don't want to make this kind of make it seem like your balls get all compacted, because there's nothing worse than that. But just give it a quick mix. So now that our meat mixture is ready to go, before we form them into our meatballs, I want to get our pan all set up and get it ready for our meatballs. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to add about 1 to 2 cups of water initially to the empty pan, just to get that kind of going. And I'm just going to fire that up and bring that up to a simmer. And along with our water, we're going to add half a cup of butter. For this, I'm using salted butter, and just put it in there, and you can just take it, break it up into little bits and pieces if it'll help you kind of melt a little faster into our water. And just pour that in there, actually place that in there, your butter, and get that off and going. So from here, what we're going to do is start forming our meatballs, our actual Yiouvarlakia. So for this, you want to go something a bit smaller than a tennis ball. I don't like wimpy balls. like, let the record show, I am not into these little ping pong or smaller size balls. I like something substantial. Like, you want to look at your ball and you want to be proud of it. And just place those in there, just like that. And you're going to use the entire meat mixture for this. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too big, but you get the idea. One thing I do in this recipe here is I eliminate the first step, which is actually frying it. A lot of places throughout Greece will fry their balls and their meatballs beforehand, but in this case, it doesn't make a difference whether you fry them first and simmer them for 15 minutes or you do it like this and you simmer them for 30 minutes. And our last meatball. How easy is this? I mean, it doesn't get much easier than this. It's just basically putting some ingredients in with your ground beef. Also, I like to use lean ground beef, not extra lean. I find the lean is lean enough without actually sacrificing flavor. And when it comes to meat, fat is flavor. So now that our meatballs are in our pan and they're starting to simmer away, top up the water till it's almost covering them. At this point now, we're going to just basically reduce the heat, cover, and simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes. So now my meatballs have been on for about 40 minutes. They're done to absolute perfection. The liquid has reduced to about half, maybe a little bit less, which is totally fine. That's exactly what we want. They look a little bit fuzzy because of the rice and how the rice expanded, but fuzzy balls always taste good. So the next part of this now is to add our avgolemono sauce, or our egg and lemon sauce, to this, which is the basic flavor or the flavor profile of our dish. So here I have my 2 egg yolks from before, and what you're going to need for this, very simple: 2 egg yolks and the juice of 1 lemon. Could be 2, could be 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, but please, for Pete's sake, use real lemon juice. Don't use that stuff that you find in like a plastic bottle. It's not worth it. So for this, very simply, you're just gonna kind of beat your eggs a little bit. Just, you're not scrambling them, but you want to just break up the egg yolks and emulsify them. And then now to this, we're gonna add the juice of our lemon. Mix that in nice, so it kind of becomes a kind of almost like a thin hollandaise sauce, if you will. And that's all there is to this. Very simple, nothing to this at all. And now this is probably the most important step of this recipe, is incorporating some of this hot juice to temper our egg mixture, because we don't want to create like a scrambled egg effect. So I'm just going to make some room here, and I'm going to take some of this, very small amounts, and slowly start placing them and keep this moving. That's the trick, is to keep this constantly being stirred to bring up the temperature. And that's what you want. It'll make it almost like a velvety texture. There is nothing worse, believe me, my friends, than you adding the lemon or the lemon and the egg sauce, and all of a sudden it curls on you and it becomes like chunks of scrambled egg, and then it looks like egg foo young, and that's just gross. Not for this dish. So pop this in here and keep adding until our egg yolk and lemon mixture are up to temp, which will be just a couple more of these spoonfuls. I think that's it. There. And now the trick to this as well is when we add our avgolemono sauce to our meatballs, is not to touch it after that. What we're going to do is just use gravity and momentum to kind of move the sauce around our meatballs. So you're going to add this around just like that. Perfect. And now the heat goes off, and you're just going to start moving this. Just move this slowly, letting the sauce incorporate all around our Yiouvarlakia. Just keep it moving, That's all. And you see, it hasn't curled at all. It hasn't actually separated. It's exactly what we want. That's exactly the smell I'm looking for. Wow. Wow. Normally, you know what? Screw it, I'm gonna try it. I know it's hot as sin, but I really wanna just try one with the Avgolemono. And it was absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And here you have it, my friends, that, oh my God, it was so hot, my eyes are watering. Woo. So, there you have it, my friends. That is the Yiouvarlakia Avgolemono. Very easy to prepare. I think there's what, like 4 or 5 ingredients in this whole dish. There's really nothing to it. It's basically ground beef, parsley, onion, egg, butter, and lemon. That's it. And you have the makings of a truly traditional, hearty Greek dish that's a hit with everybody. And try it, you're gonna love it, for sure. So there you have it, my friends. That's it for this episode on the Yiouvarlakia Avgolemono, or the rice meatballs with the lemon egg sauce. I had a blast making this. I had a lot of fun. It was fantastic. Very easy to make. 4 or 5 ingredients and you're off to the races. Hit the like button, subscribe. Certainly try this. Share this with your friends. Make this for people. This is absolutely fantastic. It's a delicious dish that you can make in less than an hour. So until next time, I thank you very much for watching. I'm Ken. See you next time. Bye for now.